Okay, so you'll see that I have this hard case that my kids got me last year off of Amazon. Not sure about the brand. It's very similar to the other ones I've seen, but being that my drone does stay in the Jeep and bounce around a lot, I found that it was a pretty handy thing. Now, when I bought this kit 6 years ago, I did get it at Best Buy. Disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by Best Buy or by DJI, so this is strictly my personal opinion on this drone. Again, I've had it for about 6 years. We got it when we started out towards Colorado, which ended, and we're back in Michigan. But going forward this year, I will probably be using the drone quite a bit. Now, you'll notice that I have a green livery on my drone. And I did this because I was having a problem with the natural silver and birds attacking it. Also running, I think it's Max Flight blades on my drone because I wanted something with a little bit more oomph and a little bit more in the way of speed. And so far, I've been relatively impressed with this little guy. This is the Gen 1 Mavic Air. So it doesn't have the smart controller like the Mavic Air 2 and I believe the Air 3, which just came out, and the Pro line. This one does require the use of a cell phone. And I happen to have an older iPhone 6 that I keep in my my kit. Right now it is actually on the charger. I will be grabbing it in just a minute here. But I currently use, like I said, I use an iPhone 6 and it works. I love the distance, I love the video quality, I love the ease of use. Things that I did not realize, sorry, I have guineas. They're kind of upset because I'm outdoors and I'm not paying attention to them. Anyhow, when I got this, I did not realize the frequency at which the Mavic Air flew on was a Wi-Fi signal, not the, I'm not even sure what it is, the other signal that is currently used by all the new Mavic products, or by the new DJI products, that has less interference. The signal that this one uses, I have had problems if I'm within a mile of high power lines, transfer stations, and even municipalities. I've had this in a couple of public parks, just kind of flying around, playing with the controls, and I'll be at a baseball diamond, nobody there, just flying around the bases, and it will have signal loss issues. But I have yet had an issue with it not returning to home. I had discovered that always make the remote, before you even take off or right after takeoff when you're in hover, always make the remote home on this thing. I did have an issue at one point in time where I hit return to home and the drone tried to go 30 miles from where I was to an old save point. So I've just made a habit of always saving my drone home point as my remote. It also makes it easier on the trail because a lot of times I'll set things up and actually launch it off the hood of my Jeep, go out on the trail, and then when it returns home, I'll just stop the vehicle, get out, and the drone will land on the hood of my vehicle, which works great. So, now that you've seen what I have for a drone, it's not a very high-end by today's standards, I guess, being that it's 6 years old and they're on the third generation. Would I have bought it if I knew about the signal? It's hit and miss. It would have been about $300 more at the time for the Fly More kit on the Mavic Pro, which was out of stock everywhere I went. Knowing what I know now, I probably would have went with the Mavic Pro, but I will say this. Anybody looking to get into a drone, learning how to fly it, and worried about crashes, this thing will take a crash. I hit an oak tree that was about 60 feet in the air, and all I did was chip, matter of fact, you can see it here, chip the tip of one of the propellers. So It is a very, very good drone if you can find one used, which I see them going now between $300 and $500 for the Fly More kit with very little use, and you aren't sure if you're going to be really using a drone. Get one. It's a great baseline. I'm hoping later next year to actually upgrade. Will I stay with the Airline or will I go with the Pro line? I'm not sure. I do know I won't drop down to the Mini because I like the little bit larger drone. I do have some trips out west planned, so distance is something that I'm taking into account. The one thing I will say about this little Mavic Air is it will fly on a windy day pretty well. I was pretty impressed, and it's always managed to return home. So I just wanted to give a quick review, and here in a few minutes when it gets off the phone gets off the charger, I will have a little flight video that I will tag in the end. And like always, subscribe, hit the like button if this video helped you out at all, and I will put some links down below to probably DJI-Store site, just because they've got information. I think there's some old reviews on the original Mavic Air on there, some comparisons you can do. Yeah. Also, they've been very helpful. Just a side note, if you've got any tech issues, DJI is very helpful if you've got questions. And usually through their forum is what I've used in the past. I just wish that this little guy would use the new smart controller and I didn't have to use a phone, but hey, you live, you learn, and I'm definitely learning and enjoying. Will I sell this guy off? Probably not. This one, my wife and I have talked, and she wants to use it to start filming on her doing farm chores. So when I upgrade to my new drone, this will still stay within the family. So we definitely plan to keep it. But for now, it's going to do some trail time and some scouting and just some scenic video. So stay tuned for video right now.
Aw, that was so pretty.